Go. And yesterday we did the under 1,000 show. Today we are doing the over 1,000 show. And I'm back from my little vacation. Last week was a disaster, dude. Last week was a technical disaster. Oh, horrendous. But I'm back at it. I thought today I would do something I often do, which is to start at the top, the higher rated, and then work down. This will give me a little bit more time and energy with these first people. Let's look at Sam Turley. Look at this, 2000. We had a question yesterday, does anybody made NM? So 2100 in our system, and the answer is yes. But I want to see more. That's like one of the key objectives. I would say, besides just general growth, I have two big goals this next year, and that is to get more higher rated people in the dojo and to get more scholastic and European teams in the dojo. Right? I think the higher rated players explains itself. You know, you get an ecosystem of higher rated players helping lower rated players. But with the teams, I really feel that dojo, since you can have team scoreboards, is perfect for both European clubs and American scholastic teams to organize their training. Okay, let's look at Sam here. Sam, buddy, we need you to do these tests. Dude, he hasn't done anything. All right. Dojo 1.0. This dude has graduated a bunch. This guy's for real, man. Look at those graduations. So this is somebody who's truly come up and, you know, for what we would call NM in the United States, 2100 is about 2100 FIDE. Actually, let me say, that's moved because now with the FIDE boost, things have altered. But at least traditionally, about 2100 USCF, 2100 FIDE was about 2200 USCF. Do we got some clubs? Adult Improver. I think this guy's English. And so maybe he can be part of the English club. And here we go. Let's see how Sam did it. Actually, it's not, I don't know what's going on with this cohorts. It's a little bit unclear what's going on with Sam's cohorts here. Has done very little games, might not get a game. And this allows me a rant I do every 1,000 plus show, which is the people who are higher rated are the ones that have the most difficulty reviewing their own games. And I know this from personal experience, also watching other higher rated players. They are sensitive about their chess. They have invested so much of their identity that for them, it's especially hard to look at their games. Contrast that to somebody just joining the program and they're rated 600. Those people, they're right on it, dude. Mouse, they're right on it. Okay, so here we go. That was Sam, and I kind of blew it a little bit. I need to right-click on these people, otherwise just the tech side of it gets a little funny, but I'm going to remember it from now on. That was Sam. Next up, we have Big Dave. And check out what Big Dave says. I'd like to thank Louis F. for getting me this subscription. And let me just go out there, and if you want to support the dojo, right, if you think what we're doing is cool, there's going to be people in your orbit who are like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm watching these Instagram influencers, and that's your moment to be like, Bows, I'm going to get you a subscription to the dojo. Boom. Big Dave says, I'm using it every day. Very grateful. Programming exactly what I have been needed since 2021 when I stopped training with a coach, a structure and a plan to follow, something you can trust. I've been over 1900 since a +3 rating change in January, but as it was tarnished by the FIDE boost, I wanted to wait and have a good tournament before graduating. Well done. Well, I got 2 of those, gaining a total of 41 points and even getting closer to graduating again. Bulgar mates have been the core of my training, followed by sparring endgame algorithms and the tests. Shout out to I Thought You Knew. Now that sounds like a computer program, but that is in fact a dude here at the program. And the tests, do the tests. And while I've been playing quite a lot for my standards, about 30 games a year, annotating them is a struggle. Definitely a task I must improve on and on which advice would be appreciated. On this note, it'd be great if the sensei could look at my draw against the GM, a game where both sides had chances for more. My message to the people, do the tests! Their ratings just aren't well adjusted from test 3 onwards, caused by a small sample number. This might be a little extreme, but if the program would force the graduates to have completed the task before graduating, that should help. So basically what he's saying is, for the first couple tests, we have loads of sample size. So and basically any test that has over 100 people taking it, the rating is going to be very accurate, but it's not hard to see that if only a couple people have taken the test, the rating can be who knows what. The good news is, let's say you take a test that's beyond the first, that has a low sample size, you will get your rating essentially back in the sense that when other people take the test, your rating will be automatically adjusted. Okay, we are working on the tests. We're trying to make them more user-friendly. We have a whole thing going on behind the scenes. I'll say more once we kind of figure it out. Okay, so let's click on Big Dave. Boom. Hi, Abdul. Hi. Okay, let me just go over here. Right, I know all about Big Dave. I thought I had followed him too. But here he is, 1983. Dude, Big Dave's getting ready to graduate again. I think Louis F. is also from Brazil. So we got a Brazilian contingent. Let's see if there's a Brazilian club. Yeah, there we go, buddy. There we go, the Brazilian clubs. I want to see it this year, actually. So maybe I was wrong about Louis F. It's Ricardo. Ricardo's also Brazilian. Ricardo, you can see, has also graduated numerous times. Okay, so pop. Let's look activity. And Big Dave did a lot of good work. Says he's got trouble on the games and analysis. Wants me to look at a game against the GM. Let's take a look. I think I've heard of this guy before, and I have to... Well, first, actually, let's look. Is there a clock time? Look at this beautiful clock graph we got here. As you can see, both players got into pretty severe time pressure, and we could say living off the increment later on in the game. So that'll be interesting, definitely, to look at. It's got to be a really spicy position, right, to have that kind of time taken up, and from the very beginning, too. So let's take a look. Dale Borger says, Louis is Spanish. Okay, great. Okay, so 3.5 out of 4, playing against the GM. All right, this is going to be fun. Let's get in here. And wait, Kraai, I think you're still in the wrong scene. No, I'm in the right scene. I got my scenes correct, the mundo. So, knight c6. This move, I didn't think was playable. And at the U.S. Senior, I learned that it was actually playable. And d4, the point is that d4, d5 is surprisingly playable for black. And since I saw it, I've played knight c6 a couple times in blitz games. But as GM Joel Benjamin told me when I was, waxing on just the fact that knight c6 was playable, he was like, well, dude, after knight f3, aren't you still going to play e5? Anyways, he's played dojo repertoire, so knight c3, good move. e6, poor. Now, sometimes we GMs, okay, we playing a lower rated player and we feel like we gotta do something weird. Like we feel like, maybe this guy's got some theory schmeary and I don't know what's going on and I just want a game. Then you end up playing some move like e6, and you're just like, ooh, not what I wanted. And I definitely think that Big Dave is right about knight f6 here. Would be a good move. e6, definitely strange. So d4, good move. And I think you're already in charge, bud. I think you're already in charge. So d5, and now we're going to get a good French with e5. Let's see if you did it. Nice move. And f6. Well, you know, he's still offering questions here to Big Dave. And I have a move that I like for white. Let's see what white plays. Knight f3. Okay. So let me just say, we've transposed into what is usually called a, what is it called? I got to remember the name of this word opening. It's called a Guimard French, to put the knight on c6, and you kind of have to be a weird person to do it. You know, you got to be a little weird. So the knight f3 can't be wrong. Bishop b5 in this situation is actually kind of interesting, because with the move f6, black is really going for the e5 square. So if we win the e5 square, you know, we're doing great. Knight f3 can't be wrong. Let's go knight f3. Knight e7, I don't like it, but I don't like that move at all. I thought he had to play fe. And now white continues with normal development with bishop d3. Okay. Let me just say, I think ef is a clear advantage for white. You know, black has really blown it. So bishop d3, knight g6. Okay. So now ef can be met with queen f6. And you get wildly frisky here with the move h4. Boom. Okay. And you write about h4. Though a good move, h4 was chosen partly because of a miscalculation. Castles was my other main candidate, but I didn't really like this because black would develop their rook toward my already castled king. So we're going to go through that variation. Pop, 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 pop. And you write, white would like to open the center, but it's not easy to do so. Now, this position feels very natural to me because it's important to understand that our side of the board is the king side. He is not going to mate us over there. It takes a very special circumstance to find ourselves mated. So to me, this is either clear advantage or winning for white, this position. Okay, h4 is very frisky. Maybe you can do it this way. In fact, your position's so good, so good, that this should work too. And the point is here, to my mind anyway, is that h4 is cool because we're just gripping the g5 square real good. Okay, now to me, bishop e7 is the move. Dude plays this. He wants to castle long. And he also wants to play queen f7 if we play queen d3. Okay, so it's not ridiculous. Maybe we shouldn't play queen d3 because he wants to play queen f7 anyway. Right, so I don't like your next two moves. You play queen d3 and a3. Black Phantom asks, if your memory is bad, can you still be good at chess? Because top players like Magnus remember games 10 years ago. One thing I'll say about that is there are many chess players who have such incredible memories that it's very intimidating. It's very intimidating. And the only good news I can say is I have played a lot of these players and been able to compete. Not Magnus, but I mean there's a lot of top players who can really remember things that are obscene. And if you want to have a cool, just relaxing time, like search YouTube and look for Levon and Magnus doing memory stuff. It doesn't matter whether they're talking about chess. They can talk about something else, and it's still completely off the hook. So let me just say, yes, it's a huge advantage to have that memory skill, but there's many skills involved in chess, and memory is just one of them. There's a IM in Chicago, Gopal Menon. And that guy, dude, I met him ages ago, and he knew my games better than I did. Much better. It's like insane. But he's only an IM. I don't know why that guy didn't make it. Okay, so I don't like this because one, now you're worried about knight b4 and you waste another tempo. Plus now that black can play queen f5 at any point, that's a good spot for this queen. That's the whole point of queen e7 was to put the queen on f5. Okay, bishop d7. Good. a6. I don't really approve of what this dude is doing. And you like bishop c5. I think a very simple move for dude here is just to play bishop e7 and get ready to castle long. What's going on? All right, a6 is weird. Castles, good move. Now black still has a choice. Like, aren't you? Wasn't the whole point for you to castle on the queen side? So now he plays it. Well, dude, weren't you going to play castles? All right. And now dude takes forever on the move knight e2, introducing our big time pressure. Black is also tanking on every move as well. I think this is an older GM because I remember seeing his name back in the day. Okay. Right, Vishy's also amazing with the memory. We do have an interesting question of just like, well, what is it that we want to do here? And I wouldn't find this particular decision easy either. But I think knight e2 is reasonable. We're not threatening knight f4 yet, though, because it would be hanging. So here, and now the logical follow-up, I think, is g3. Let's see what you did. Good move. Now, black should at least think about queen f5. Let's see what he does. He snips. Right, and this really encourages you to think about knight g5. Let's see your analysis after knight g5. Well, hold on. Hold on. If he's going to play that, then of course we do it. The only question would be, can we take this thing or not? Right? That's the only question. Now, maybe you rejected it because you're worried about knight f7 or something. Honestly, it just looks bad. I don't know, like here or something. Excuse me, queen c5 or something. And I assume this move. The cool thing about this is we're protecting this pawn, honestly. Looks good for white, dude. Looks good for white. So otherwise, yeah, we take with the knight, dude. Of course we take with the knight. Oh, excuse me, I'm on this variation. We take with this one. Knight takes, queen e8. And you talk about f4, but yeah, just queen e3, guarding the dark squares. And this guy's positionally hosed, dude. Look at that knight. What a beauty. What a beauty. Okay. So h takes, I don't like it, but it's true. Your position is still amazing. Dude should be playing queen f5. Okay, but maybe we could still play queen f. But now, okay, all right, let's give his move a chance. I don't understand why queen f5 isn't being played. Knight f4, good move. King b8, he's just going to kick it. Okay. c4, frisky. Okay, c4 definitely doesn't look right. And you're right, despite thinking for a chunk, I fall victim to a reasonably simple continuation. I believe, in my mind's eye, I even foresaw what would come from black. Can't tell why I played it anyway. However, my opponent said c4 is probably not the right plan, even if correctly executed. In that case, what would it be? All right, so let me just say, c4, if you're black here, I feel is just a dream because you are opening the light squares for my bad piece, right? And if you fix that piece, I'm just so happy, Let me just say thank you. Let me just say thank you. So the problem, if we have one, is that you need a plan, and we need to, we would like to do something active. Okay. Let's just talk candidate moves for a second. First, we should recognize that we're playing on the dark squares. And so knight h4 is like a tactical thing that we should, by all means, calculate. Okay, and we'll get into that in a second. But then just positional moves, because clearly you didn't like knight h4 for some reason. Positional moves will all be about messing with the dark squares, right? Messing with the dark squares. Let's call it a blockade on the dark squares. Okay. There's a lot of French positions like this where even if you are much better, it can take a while. It's not like some immediate crack, right? And that's honestly one of the reasons why the French can be so successful, is white really has to massage black on these dark squares. Okay, so if knight h4 doesn't work, and we'll look at it, then these moves are the moves to come to mind to grip the black squares, right? We want to grip the black squares. We also want to look at a move like rook h4 to double. However, that seems to allow knight f5. So at the moment, but we want to keep an eye for that because it would be cool maybe to make something like that work. All right, let's see your analysis of knight h4, bishop e8, and you say, but again, I don't see a clear way forward other than the double edge c4. So notice, very important to see that your instinct here is to rip it when you need to be doing something positional, right? Yeah. Now, one thing we should say is the knight on f3 is guarding those pawns, but it might be cool if we could somehow, do something else with the knight. So yeah, queen e3, queen c3, you can kick it. There's no rush. I get it, and I've lost a lot of games myself, especially when I was a kid against GMs, because I felt like I needed to rush something. One way to think about the position is like, even if it were black's move, we would still like to be white, right? We would still like to be white. I guess I like queen c3 best. All right, so c4. By the way, we have entered mild time pressure now. So I think black has a number of plans. Let's see what black does. Boom, 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 boom. And I think we're probably in trouble. So queen e2. And we have to give you props for holding this game at this point, because now it looks bad, dude. This is like the French dream that has just come to life for black. Queen f5 is reasonable. Rook d1. Good move. Now, one of the things about queen f5 is it looks good, and probably is good, but I don't immediately know what the big deal is. Yeah. So, was there a better way for black? Anyways, let's give his move a try. Here, he snips. The problem for him is on rook h8, you have knight d4. And the problem with this whole queen f5 thing is knight d4 is lurking, as they say. Okay, so black, I'll guarantee that this is not what he wanted. Because, well, maybe it is what he wanted. But with his mangled pawns, he's probably not going to be able to make this work. But we're going to give him a try. During the game, I agreed he should take this pawn. And you talk about queen g5. Let's just see. Let's give his move a try. And now you go to the end game. Okay. The drawback, of course, is that you are giving him all of these weak pawns. But maybe you've got no choice. Yeah. All right. So in this sense, if that's your best move, then his play is at least totally justified. Pop, pop. And now he needs a good move. He goes e5, knight d3, and now you analyze e4. By the way, I really love this analysis. A common gripe I have with dojo analysis is they often, when they get to the end game, they stop looking. Yeah. Now, let me just say, in general, this should be lost for you. I'm not saying it is lost, but the reason I say in general is you both have weakened pawns, and he's up a pawn on the queen side. And with knight endgames in general, that's the issue that the extra pawn is completely crushing. Completely crushing. Okay, I like f5. Let's see this. Both players in time pressure. Good move. That's the most challenging. a5. So now he's going to let you have knight e6. Right. Good. Knight f8. Good. Okay, so I don't like what black did with a5, b6 because I feel like, dude, you were going to go there anyway, right? So, for example, at the bare minimum, he should consider the move b6 right away, right? Dude, dude, are you going to take on a6? Probably not, right? Now, is it complicated? A little bit. But in general, we got to believe in this for black, right? Yeah, is it complicated? Yeah, but we got to believe in black. Okay, so this feels like a loss of tempo. There's probably other moves. He helps you do all this stuff. And in principle is still better, but it's getting pretty murky. And the players are in time pressure. This doesn't look right. Thank you very much. That wasn't it. g4. He plays g6. I don't know. b5 looked interesting there. c6, good. But now, see, since he didn't play b5, I don't understand how he's going to get you. Okay. Okay, here he comes. Here he comes, just walking down the street. Okay, knight h4, and you write, happy with this move. It allows black to create a pass pawn, but it's all about keeping black's king out. Okay, this is going to be frightening. So that if when knight b4 happens, the king is out of checking distance from the knight. Oh, that's fancy cookies, my friend. Wait, okay. Wait, so knight b4 here. Let's put it on g7. I know it's ugly for a second, but let's just put it there for a second. And I guess we're saying king c3, and our knight is funky. Is that the claim? Also here, it's hot, don't get me wrong, but it in principle definitely better for black. No doubt, king c3, knight c5, and if you don't play king c3, we're playing b4. Okay, so king e6, he's in time pressure. We understand. He's going to mess with you a little bit. He's going to try to gain some time. And we get to almost the same position. I think king e6 might be more interesting for him. Oh la la. So, good move. You're playing great, dude. And now king d4 exclamation. Now, what's especially impressive about this is you guys, let me just show the time graph. You guys are playing with 30 seconds to move here. So this is amazing, dude. Beloved bookkeeper, thank you for being here. So, I don't have good memory, dude. I don't have good memory. That's a life weakness of mine. You meet me at a party, I'm not going to remember your name, dude. Like 10 seconds later. All right, now dude chucks it with c3. And the obvious question is, bro, why didn't you just take the pawn? Let's see with it. I believe in your chances to draw this. Let's put it that way. Nice. Okay, so that was a great game, Big Dave. I mean, it's amazing that you drew this GM, and you know, your only real mistake was c4. That's the only thing you should feel bad about. That you survived the endgame, especially great, and maybe just meditate on c4 for a second, because it has everything to do with, first of all, positional understanding, because you have a grip on the dark squares, and here you're opening the game for his bishop. I personally think there's probably something better for black even than what happened in the game. And then next, just think to yourself, like, you're going to get this situation again where you're feeling like you have to do something. You don't. You don't. You don't, dog. You don't got to do nothing. Okay, cool. So let's go back. That was great. Congratulations, Big Dave. Next up, we have Mouselip, and Mouselip says, ooh, change the scene, Kraai. Change the scene. Please remember. Mouselip says, you know what I needed to do, actually? I bet I forgot something. I always forget something. Let me just go real quick. Boom. Boom. See, I got up. If I don't mark it as, I did mark it as reviewed. If I don't mark it as reviewed, I get in big trouble. Mouselip says, just rejoin the dojo and changed my rating system to Lichess. I plan to play classical on Lichess until ChessCom adds a classical time control rating soon. Okay, brilliant. It is a big problem with ChessCom, especially for the dojo, that really they're promoting Blitz so much that they don't even have a longer time control. What they're calling, I don't know what they call it, but it's like 10 minutes or something like that. Mouselip is 1.0, so that's cool. And as you can see, Mouselip on Lichess Classical, this dude's ready to, oh, excuse me, hold on, what's going on? Yeah, he's ready to graduate soon. Is that true? This is very confusing. Yes, because it's just the Lichess ratings are so inflated, it's hard for me to judge. But as you can see, he's at 2145 and needs 2150. Let's give Mouselip a follow. There's the Rapid on ChessCom. Clearly that was more active until he switched. And here, USCF inactive. Basically has only done one of these tests. I think he got discouraged. Otherwise this rating would be higher. See, that's Ted Bradley makes a fairly good point. Did I mark it as being done? No, I don't remember that, dude. No idea. All right, let's look into this. We got clubs. 50 plus, the Mouselip, very good. Very good. And in Tennessee. Now, this e-board thing is interesting, too. I think especially this commitment for him to play Lichess is cool because, and I might do this myself, dude, but like I do not have any interest really in playing online games. I'll do sparring or whatever, but like longer online games where I'll be tempted to like just look away at something, you know? No interest. But if I had one of these e-boards set up, you know, I can kind of imagine it. Okay, so let's go activity. Mouselip, what's going on here, dude? We got a lot of opening work, only a little bit of games announced. I'm praying, Mouselip, you got a game here, Mouse. Come on. We got just one. Now, Mouselip, let me just say the obvious. You've been playing chess a long time. I'm sure it is painful to look at your games, but this, we need more, buddy. This is more. Okay, so first off, let me briefly show this. And in the time graph, you can see that neither player was thinking in this game. Probably has a lot to do with being online. Very difficult to think when you're online. Okay, so he's playing someone who's not in the dojo, rated a little bit lower. All right, here we go. Fine opening. Jesse had a video about this line. Yeah. Yeah. So, and you know what I need to do? There's so much work to do at the dojo, but I need to create a repertoire, an endgame repertoire. And maybe a cool thing that I could do, maybe I could make it like a full chessable course for both sides. In any case, boom, 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 boom. The very fun position. Bishop g5, bishop e6, knight f3, knight d7, castles, king c8. And we're doing great. We're doing great. And white blows a clear tempo here with bishop b5, and we get c6. And why? Because we want to play c6 for two reasons. Because we are dominating the knight, and we get this nice little hole for the king. And already we're better. Okay? Already we're better. I would much rather prefer king c7 here to bishop b4 because we are in no interest to take the knight. Just none. None. Because that's his worst piece now, especially after he gave us this c6. So we know we want to play king c7. Let's get it done. Good move. Not because we're worried about him taking the knight, but because our knight needs to be improved. We don't know if white understood that, but all right, king c7. Good move. Good move. So notice the problem now is now his knight on e2 is going to do something because he's got this hole to look at. Good move. a3 was a waste of time. Should have played knight g3. Sad. Good move. So rook g8 looks natural, but he wants to play that move knight g3 anyway. King c7 finally bows. Finally. h3, unnecessary. What should white be doing? He should be thinking about knight h4. Good move. Yeah, good move. It's not even about winning the pawn. It's about activating your rook on g8 because now our rook is going to be strong. Yes, sir. That's not going to do anything. Knight c5, reasonable move. That wasn't it. Oh, thank you very much. So what happened here? White completely collapsed, right? Completely collapsed. Good move. I love b6. That's not going to help. Not going to help. He's just playing. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Oh, simple chess. I like it. Oh, welcome to the dojo. He's not doing nothing. Look at that knight. What a chump. Simple chess. Goodbye. Oh, very nice. Okay, so couple things to see about this. When you play the endgame repertoire, they will think, weak players have a sense that like, oh, I'm much better because I traded the queen, and my opponent's king is messed up. Not true. Especially if we get our king on a square like c7, our king will be good and your king will be bad. Bows. But they don't get it. And so that's one of the, let's call it a key positional trick about this opening. And then here you see complete lack of understanding with bishop b5 because then c6 happens. Okay. I would say there's a couple moves to point out, like especially though that you should just be playing king c7, but you need to be playing king c7 pronto. Bishop e7 would be good too. Oh, you guys, see? Why didn't somebody shout? That's your fault. Yeah. That was your fault, Jake. That was your fault, buddy. Why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you tell me, dude? That was your fault, Jake. Why? All you got to do is you just got to tell me. All right? Then I'll notice. But you got to tell me, Baus. You got to tell me. I'm gonna look. Oh, man, it's so bad. I did a great analysis, too. I did a great analysis of this game. The problem, so I don't have a solution to this. And DM was going to make me like some scenes and stuff, but like I don't got a good memory. And also like when I started analyzing, that's it, dude. That's it. So all the only thing I can say for myself here is beyond apologizing. If dude wants to go back and watch this thing, I think he can watch it with the board and then understand what I'm saying. Okay, I know it's bad. I know it's real bad. But this is part of the end. This is part of the show. Am I getting a little better at it? No. But I'm trying, dude. It's not like I'm not trying, you know? It's not like I'm not trying. All right, Kraai, get out of here. Stop complaining. You blew it. Okay, so you blew it. What a bummer. So, that went on forever, too. I was talking forever. And we got the voice feature. You know, the Post-it note wouldn't do anything, beloved bookie, because I think I'm on the page all the time when I'm doing this. But if you guys get that voice thing, yeah, it'd just be like bows, scene bows. That's all you got to do. Okay, I'm sorry. Here we go. Let's go again. Tate Tours, it basically happens at least once a show. Joined about a year ago, doing the ECF, very steady improvement. Has not done any tests. And let's take a look. No clubs. Oh, come on. At least join the English club, Baus. Oh, nothing has happened. Nothing has happened. No, he's too proud. This is very common with the higher rated players. They're too proud. Well, what can we do? So maybe we got to tell, well, I'll tell you what. I'll do it right now. We need a voice feature for Twitch. Crowd demands. I'm going to putting that in our little thing here because we definitely need that. We used to have it too. I was Tate Tours. Next up is Dagger. Just for this stream, that's right. Let's follow Dagger. You can see this beautiful graph here, 1504, very nice. No tests, too proud to take the test. Then we got clubs, no clubs. Activity, nothing, buddy. No rows, nothing. Okay, well that was Dagger. Pawns are tricky, 1956. Also with no points. Usually when this happens, it means, it means nothing's going on. And this person's been around. Let's see. ADHD, okay. Activity, a touch. Games, nothing. Well, pawns are tricky. You've been here, Dojo 1.0, bud. Come on. No say. Benito Rojas, on the other hand, this dude's been around, and he's doing the work. So we're definitely get some games here. And he says, quick graduation as my rating was at a low point, but won't be as easy going forward. I now notice that I'm lacking in various key areas that my games show even on victories, tactics being a big example. Hi, Hugo. All right, so data science, here we go. Lee Chess, great picture. We got one test done in each. Definitely we need more tactics tests because he's stronger than that. Maybe he isn't. Maybe, like he said, maybe that's his grief. Clubs, we got Mexico going on. All right. Boom. I want to go back. I played a beautiful tournament in Ciudad de Juarez ages ago. I want to go back, Baus. I want to invite me back. Well, it's so hard for me to escape, It's so hard for me to escape, but I want, when my kid's a little older, I'll just go traveling all over the place, playing chess. Okay, lots of work being done. I have a feeling Benito's not logging all of his stuff. Well, DM Hokey, you need to give me your overlay. You promised me an overlay, Baus, and so it's your fault. You guys, let's just focus all of our blame energy on DM, okay? Because he's the one that has not given me the overlay. We got some games. Let's take a look. First, we're going to mark it so I don't forget. And we're going to take a quick look at the time graph, and then I'm not going to forget to change the scenes. So I think our boy is black here. I should go back and check here. So, yeah, he is black, and he is using time. He is playing somebody online that is not using their time. And we'll see what the situation looks like later in the game, but I have a feeling it's often not as clear. Like if it's somebody's a piece up and they're just playing on to play on, that's one thing. But yeah, we often see when we hit a little endgame stage that people stop thinking. Okay, I'm not going to forget, I promise. And now he's blaming me. So here we go. So far, so good. This is fine. Of course, castles has to be more accurate. Knight takes d5, a little weird. Poor. Why? Because you are not developing. Okay. Rook e1, castles. e4, bishop b4. All right, so white has a nice advantage because of the better development and the fact that the e4 pawn controls a lot of black's pieces, in particular this bad boy and this one. Standard moves here could be knight e5 or queen c2. And I agree with you that bishop g5 is incorrectamundo and h6 is good, because it's not just that we steal the bishop, but we trade off a piece which helps with our coordination and really develops our queen. All right. Oh, beloved bookkeeper. Let me just tell you a story about DM Hokey, who's talking to beloved bookkeeper. DM Hokey has done a gazillion points in Chessable courses. He's helped us from the beginning. He's just, he's been studying and playing chess behind the scenes, but he has never played a tournament. He lives there in Richmond, Virginia, where Hannah lives, friend of the dojo, and didn't even get it together to go to the chess club. We now have confirmation, though. The man finally went. He finally went when he should have been making me an overlay. Okay, so let's continue. There we go. Boom, boom. I don't know about knight e5. Rook d8 looks strong now. Queen e7, okay. Superficial, let's go knight d7, please, thank you. Okay, so he's just trading everything off. Now we got the bishops. Good moves. a3. Now, interesting momentito. To my mind, taking and queen a4 looks very good for black. He goes back, it's probably still good for black. And the problem with d5, see, the problem with d5, oh my God, what happened there? Get off of me. The problem with d5 is now he's putting all of his pawns on the light squares, and that's killing the bishop. So the move that I would be concerned about would definitely be e5 with the intention of trading these bad boys and putting the knight here. Then at least white could put a little pressure on black. This is poor. And now we have, I think, a reasonable endgame. And you play c6, probably okay. a6 also looks good. Good. I don't understand h4. You took. And honestly, you're not forced to take. So like bishop c5 first looks a little better just because when we take, we activate his bishop. Good. Whoa. Nice move, I think. So let me just say something. Mr. Rojas, I want you to observe that we are now at move 27. Your opponent has completely stopped thinking, and we had very spicy moments going on over here. So the second he gets the endgame, he's like, well, I don't know. I guess it's h4 or something. There's a lot to think about here, dude. There's a lot to think about. If we flip it, for example, the move pawn takes pawn looks like maybe white can hold this endgame. Maybe. Well, black's still a little bit better. But it's kind of hot. Rook takes, maybe I can play knight takes. I will eventually put a knight here, though. So he's not thinking, right? He's not thinking at all. And this is a good endgame. Bishop g2 is way too frisky because rook d7 is already an advantage. So, what are you doing? What are you doing? Good move. Good move. And now you're winning. I think you're winning. You say clear advantage. Let's see. I mean, it's monstrous. By the way, I would have definitely played rook takes b2 here. I want the rook on the 7th. Now our rook's a little hosey, as they say. Can you just say, Benito, there's a lot to think about here, bud, and you're moving too fast. Look at this. You're not analyzing either. b4 is a good move. So that's why you got to say, oh, rook takes b2. That was the move I needed to do, right? Full control. All right. So the thing I want to stress is for us to improve, for you to improve, you need to move slower in the endgame and appreciate these chumps you're playing online. They're not thinking at all. Like bishop c6 is just helping you. At least we want to analyze bishop takes h4, bud. We want to at least think about it. There we go. There we go. Fine. You're killing him. All right, this is a little obscene. Could he have resigned here? Yes, he could have resigned. Okay, let's stop there. Great, well done, Benito. I think it's clear what we need to do going forward. Next up, we have our last graduate of the day, and that is Sambu Metella. So here we go, and I need to fix the screen or else someone's going to rightly yell at me. So we're going to go over here. This is my grad show screen. And this is Sambu Metella, who graduated numerous times. Sambu, tell us something about yourself over here. Great progress. Look at that, 1308. And we've got some tests being done. Looks good. And suggests that your tactical strength is higher than your rating. So then we got clubs. All right. Yeah, I want to know where in Asia. I want to know where. Then we got some activity. Very strong. We're going to break it down by last time. So 64 points of work. Maybe we're not going to see a game here. We've got tactics and endgame being done. All right, hopefully we'll find a game. Boom. We got one. This was played a while ago. We might have already looked at this. Let's see if I did. Yeah, I already looked at this one. So, Sambu, you're doing great. And I think some obvious things to say are, this is reflective of a bad ability, probably a block on your part to analyzing your own games. You're not the first person to have this happen to, right? But this is where the main improvement is going to happen, right here. Okay, well, what I get to do then is I get to play one blitz game, and then I'm out of here. It'll be happy Thursday. So boom. Let's just play one game. Just one. Oh my gosh. Who am I playing? Some chump. Oh, I'm playing a real chump here. Some of these people play so fast, and Boomer GM just doesn't know what's going on when they play so fast. I shouldn't pre-move that, dude, but I'm trying to learn to pre-move, you know? I'm trying to learn. Let's go this way. I got so many different moves I could play there. All right? Thank you very much. Well, all right. You want to trade? We can trade. I'm a trader. If you want to give, I take. Are you being annoying? Kind of. Go away. See, this person's just moving. They're not thinking at all. Boom. They're just moving. Get out of here, buddy. He really wants to give me everything. I'm going to take it then. You want to give? I take. Wow, this guy's a genius. Wow, he really wants everything. Ooh, let's go over here. Is he going to F for me? He wants to do that to you? I don't know what's going on, buddy. I'm just going to move. Kraai, you got to move it. Oh, man, this is intense. Get out of here, buddy. Get out of here. And that was my intention all along. Is it good? I don't know. We're going forward, my friends. Yeah, all right, we're going forward. Oh, yeah, I like it. We go back. This guy's very violent. Do I trust anything this guy says? No. He's very fast. This man is very fast. All right, look. We're just going to go take his coconut, okay? Oh, I was dumb. He has bishop c3. Oh, yeah. Kraai, what are you doing? Oh, I'm blowing it now. It's not that bad. Maybe it is that bad. I'm really stinking up the dojo here, my friends. All right. I didn't want to do this. Okay. I'm stinking it up. I didn't even see that. Man, I'm stinking up the dojo. What's happening here? God, I don't know. I thought this was impossible. All right. I don't know. Okay. Kraai, you're moving too slow. You're moving too slow. You're moving too slow. I'm trying to tell you, buddy. Just go. God, I don't know what to do. Oh, that was evil. Wow, this guy's killing you, buddy. Oh, that was very disappointing. This is DM Hoki's fault. Man, that was dumb. That was dumb. That was really dumb. I was killing that fool. Then there was just things I was missing, though, too, man. Just missing huge things. If you want it, dude, I'm going to take it. These people don't even know what they're doing. They don't have a clue. No clue. I'm just going to go in. Why? Because Mama said to. All right. No, don't play rook f3, buddy. It's fine. It's fine. We're fine. Everybody's fine. Everybody's doing okay in the USA. Your knight is a tourist, my friend. Get out. Oh, now he's thinking. Just one game, bud. Just one game. Oh, that's kind of rude, don't you think? Oh, rude. It is time for make fiesta. You want my pawn? You can have pawn. But in general, I want to make fiesta. It is time for the fiesta. Okay. Okay, great. It's time to think a little bit. Oh, for the fans, buddy. Do it for the fans. A little frisky on my part. A little frisky. I admit it. I admit. But you know, you guys were watching. I just wanted to be a crowd pleaser. He takes. I gotta take him. Yeah, I know you don't like me. You know what though? I don't like you much either. Let's go over here. Because they say rooks belong behind passed pawns. Oh, it's a lot. Okay, thank you. Oh, he's writing a novel about it. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. Joe? I don't know. Let's take a pawn and worry about it later. He's going that way. Well, I'm going to go that way, bud. Whoa. Mama said that this was a bad thing for you, buddy. This was one of the things she told me about, dude. You know, this was one of her prime lessons that she gave me back in the early days in the crib. She said, don't let that queen thing happen to you, son. Well, if you want to let me in, pop! Ooh, dang. Okay, just one more. This is the last one, though, my friends. I promise. No matter how bad it gets for me. No matter how bad it gets. A3 is kind of weird. Easy chess. Easy chess. Easy chess. Okay. Now the question is, do I want a5 or don't rook c7? I play this way. Ooh, g5 is the thing I should be thinking about. G5 is well, it's a little frisky. Well, now I play G5 for sure. Thank you very much. It's almost like G5, G3, but after G4, then it's a given. then it's a given, my good friend. Swoop-de-whoop, as they say. Swoop-de-whoop. Okay, knight f3. I understand. Rook g1, I mean. Now I think I go. He wants to give me a pawn. I'm going to take the pawn. Because Mama said, and she's usually right about these things. Check to the visible king. That does nothing. I go. Maybe I could have taken with the king. I don't know. B. I go pawn. Push him, baby. Push him. Push him, baby. Push him. Look at my time. I got 2:13. Give. You give, I take, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Masterclass. Masterclass. Thank you very much. Okay, just one more. I promise, though, this is the last one. I promise. These chumps, dude. They play very fast, and they can beat me on time. But do they understand how to play the game? No. No. No, 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 no. Okay. The answer is no. The answer is no. The answer is no. The answer is no. Okay, this chump is just fooling around. I go. Oh man, is your position nasty. I'm gonna put a, yeah. This is, when you look up nasty in the dictionary, you get this position. All right. We take. Whoa. Okay. I missed that move. I'm just going to admit it. I don't know if it's a big deal I missed that move, but I did miss it. So it's kind of got a little complicated, Kraai. Okay, go this way. More complicated than I wanted it to be. Okay. I still like it. You know, I like it a lot. Pop. 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 Okay. Now, my good friends, it is time for Waylon Jennings, if you know what I mean. It is time for my good friend Waylon Jennings to appear on the scene. Okay. Don't lose on time, buddy. We know that you love to lose on time, and we prefer that you didn't. Okay? This is our preference. Do I know? I don't know, but we are moving here. Maybe Queen C6 bothers us? I don't know. Now, Mama said I wanted that knight to come in, so I'm coming in. And now Mama said, BAM! That's gotta hurt. Oh, he says it doesn't hurt. I'm just gonna sink it and see what happens, bud. I'm just gonna sink it and see what happens, you know? Yeah, buddy! Masterclass. Okay. Is it one more? All right, just one more, dude. I promise this is the last one, though, man. This is the last one, and I gotta go. It's 26, 50 or bust. That's our rule here. 2650 or bust. Uh-oh, he knows what to do. From a positional standpoint, probably lost. You know, probably. Let's go here. D6 maybe not necessary. Okay, if you want to trade stuff off, that's cool, buddy. I have plan. Is it good plan? I don't know. Here. Oh, it's hot. It's so hot. What does he want with me? What does he want with me? No. I bust. I go. Now I am feeling okay. Not better or anything, just I feel better about my life. About life. And my life circumstances, if you know what for say. No, my pieces. No. All right, bud. Good move? I don't know. Let's bring the queen in, because that's what mommy said. I think he should play queen g4. He could take two if he wants to be a weenie. If he wants to explore weeniedom. I take with rook. Where are you going, buddy? Just where is it that you're going? All right, so if I go rook f4, you're going to play d5 on me? I don't know. Ah, that's what we like to see, bud. Okay, Kraai, you need to make a move. Let's make simple moves. No, it's a little... Oh, don't play c5. I might play c5 anyway. I'm insane. Oh, I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. He should take it, for sure. Not even think about it. Oh, I got the time advantage. Jumpman. Oh. Maybe you can play chess like this? Let's go here. Nice move. The bishop wants freedom. Maybe he could take 94. He wants 94 immediately. Oh, we don't believe, right? We don't believe. Now, maybe he's threatening b4. I just noticed that. That's not very nice for Mr. Spice. I'm going to bail. Kraai is bailing. Okay. Kraai is bailing. I don't like that move. Rook d6. What are you doing, buddy? Ah, rook d6 hurts. Oh, he didn't see it. There we go. Here. He's got that on me. Shit. I blew it. He's got rook e6, buddy. What are you doing? Kraai, you killed me, bows. Oh, I just blowing it. It's so gross. So gross what you did, Kraai. Oh, shit. I really stunk up the dojo today. I don't know what I'm doing here, bud. stinker. He's mating me, dude. Oh. What is he doing? Stalemate me, buddy. You didn't do his Fulgar mates? Oh, that was dumb. That was dumb. Okay, I'm out of here, my friends. That was very unsatisfying. These chumps play faster than me. And I made a couple mistakes. Okay, so let's rate Chess Sharks, friend of the dojo. Say hi to Lo for them. Me and a beloved bookkeeper are playing Labor Day Maryland Championship action chess. Boom, boom, boom. So that'll be fun. A beloved bookkeeper just signed up. Cool. All right, everybody. Bye. I'll be back soon.